Hey guys, how you doing? About to eat me a salad. So let me tell y'all what happened. So the AC man came and you know he rang the doorbell. I saw on the camera. I was like, cause they have a truck, that's got the business name on there. So I was like, yes, it's the AC man. I'm saying my great show. God's great, God's good. Let's take our food by like him much fit. Give us our daily break. Okay, it's not the same. It's not the same AC man. Remember last time when the AC man came, it was two of them. Remember, y'all remember? Yeah, it was two of them. Remember they was handsome. But this was not the same one, and this is not what I thought it was. This is a Cobb salad. This is not what I thought it was. Ugh. I mean, I knew it was a Cobb salad, but I didn't want nothing with no bacon on it. But it got bacon. It's all right. It's okay. I'ma eat it. I've been trying to stay away from bacon or whatever. So yeah, so I saw on the camera it was the same company, and I was like, man, if it's them same dudes, man, we about to squabble. Because they told me they fixed it, and yeah, they did not. So, on the camera, I saw it was a different dude. I was like, okay, this somebody else. So, I opened the door. And I was like, hey, how you doing? He was like, hey, I'm the AC man. He was like, you got some packages out here. You want me to bring your packages in? And I looked, and it was some big old boxes. I was like, yeah, can you please bring them in? Because they look heavy. And he picked them up. He was like, nah, they ain't heavy. Of course he would say that. And that's what I said to him. I said, of course you would say that. You would never say, oh, these are heavy. He didn't do that. So he brought the packages in and everything. And I thanked him. And I said, thank you. So he said, all I'm coming to do, he said, I'm coming to take some pictures. I said, take pictures? I said, no, you need to fix it. I said, you need to fix it. He said, no, I'm coming just to take the pictures today because I just got to take the pictures today. I was like, that's all you going to do? He was like, yeah, today that's all I got to do. I was like, okay. So he took the little pictures, whatever, and y'all know I'm a talker. Y'all know I'm a talker. So I was like, your little friends that came the other day, they ain't even fix it. He was like, yeah. He said, I know. He said, I'm here. I said, yeah, but all you doing is taking pictures. I said, oh, you finna fix it? He was like, no, I'm not gonna fix it today. I was like, so that's all you doing, just taking pictures? He was like, yeah, that's all I can do today. That's how I got this. I guess. So he's like, yeah, that's all I'm doing. Come take the pictures. I was like, I don't trust y'all because, your little friends. I thought they was gonna fix it. He was like, nah, they ain't my friends. I said, well, they work for you. And I was like, that's how I knew when I seen them that they wasn't gonna do it right. Cause I said they was too young. I said, y'all too young. Y'all company, y'all got these young people. And he was like, nah. He said, we got some young people, but I said, y'all ain't got no older people. He's like, what you mean older? I was like, like somebody that's in their 60s or their 70s or something. Somebody that's been with the company for a while. And he was like, well, I'm the oldest that they have. He was like, I'm the manager. I was like, you're the oldest. He was like, yeah. I said, but you ain't nothing but a baby. He was like, I'm not a baby. I said, you ain't nothing but a baby. He was like, nah. He said, I'm grown. I said, you a grown baby. He said, no. He said, no. He said, no, I'm grown. I was like, yeah, but you ain't grown. You ain't in your 50s and your 60s. He was like, no, I'm not. I said, so you a baby. He was like, but I'm older than you. No, you not. I was like, no, you not. I was like, how old are you? Because I know you a baby. He was like, what he say, he 20, 25 or something like that. I said, exactly, you're a baby. He was like, but I'm older than you. I was like, listen, you still a baby. It don't matter, you still a baby. I was like, y'all need to send somebody out here who in their 50s. He was like, no, I'm finna take these pictures and we're gonna get it right for you. I was like, okay. So, you know, me and him talked for a little bit because he asked me, like they always do, where are you from? I was like, I'm from here. He was like, no, you're not. I was like, nah, I'm from here. And he was like, you don't sound like you from here. I was like, where you from? Shoot, you the one who don't sound like you from here. And he was like, nah, he not from here. He said he was from New Orleans. I was like, see, you talking about me? You the one that's not from here. I said, but nah, for real though, I am from here. He was like, you don't sound like it. I said, where it sound like I'm from? He was like, you sound like you from Baltimore. If one more person tell me that I am from Baltimore, that is the 5th man this week. And the week just started. That's the 5th man this week who has told me I sound like I'm from Baltimore. I don't know what people from Baltimore sound like, but I don't sound like I'm from Baltimore. But they keep on telling me I sound like I'm from Baltimore. I was like, why y'all keep saying it? He was like, what you mean? I said, all these dudes that I've been meeting, they keep on saying I'm from Baltimore. He was like, you just sound like it. I was like, I don't even know what Baltimore people sound like, but I'm not from Baltimore. I'm from here. He was like, you just moved here? I was like, no, I've been here my whole life. And he was like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah. He was like, what about your family? I was like, well, I got a big family. We from all over, but listen, I'm from here. So, you know, me and him talk or whatnot. You know, he took the little pictures he was supposed to take. And, you know, we just, y'all know, because I'm a talker. So we talked not that long, because, you know, he was working. So he told me everything that he do. He told me where he from. He said he don't have no kids. That's what he said. I believe him because he was a baby. I believe him. He probably don't have no kids yet. But I was like, so if you're not going to fix it, when y'all going to come back and fix it? I said, is it going to be you? I said, matter of fact, I said, I want them 2 dudes that was here last time. I want them to come because I got some words for them. He was like, nah. He was like, what you going to do? I was like, I want to, you know, say something to them because they told me they fixed it. And he was like, they probably thought they did. He said, describe to me what they look like. I said, you don't know who came over here? He was like, if I look at the paperwork, he said, I know. I said, I want them 2 to come back. He was like, you want them to come back? I said, I want them to come back, but I don't want them to come fix it. I want them to come back because I got some words for them. He was like, nah, you can't. He said, nah, you can't be doing nothing to the workers. I said, yes, I can. Because they told me they fixed it, and they did not fix it. He was like, you can't be hurting my workers or whatnot. He said, I'm gonna look at these pictures and, you know, we're gonna see what we need to do and whatnot. I said, listen, y'all need to fix it ASAP. He was like, yeah. He said, we're gonna do that. I said, no, for real though, like yesterday. Y'all need to fix it though. He was like, we are gonna fix it. I said, that's what y'all said last time. He was like, yeah, it's because, he said, them dudes that came, he was like, they were young, weren't they? I said, yeah, and you're young too. He was like, but I'm older than them. I was like, I don't know. I said, one of them looked real young, but the other one, he looked kind of older. He was like, oh, so the other one was older. And he was like, and he didn't fix it. He said, so you want an older man, and he came and he didn't even fix it. I was like, because he was directing the young one. He was, you know, telling him what to do, whatever. I said, but listen, I need y'all to fix my hair. So he said, we got you, we're gonna take care of you. He was like, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna make sure I'm the one that fixes it. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he was cool. He stayed for a little bit and we talked, you know, about different things and whatnot. And he was like, don't call me baby because I'm not a baby. I said, okay. I ain't gonna call you baby no more. I said, but you gotta stop telling me that I'm not from here. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I would say something, he'll say, see. I was like, I am from here. I was like, I'm from here. He was like, okay, well, you stop calling me baby, and I'll stop calling you saying you're not from here. So I was like, okay. So we were doing good. Until he said something, I was like, oh, see, that's how I know you a young man. And he was like, oh, no, I'm finna go. He said, you almost called me a baby again. I was like, but I didn't, though. But I was like, yeah, you do need to go because you got other people who you gotta go, you know, fix their hair or whatnot. And he was like, yeah, you're right. So I was like, okay. I said, well, I guess I'll see you next time when you come back to fix it. He said, yeah, I'm going to come back and fix it. I'm going to be the one to come back. I said, it's going to be you or is it going to be the other two? He was like, nah. He said, I'm going to make sure I don't bring them because he said, I don't want you to do nothing to them. I said, yeah, because if I see them, when I see them, it's on sight. He was like, nah, please don't hurt my workers. I was like, yeah. I said, but you gonna be the one that come? He was like, yeah, it's gonna be me. I said, you by yourself or you gonna bring somebody with you? He was like, you want me to bring somebody with me? I said, yeah, bring somebody with you, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna need some help, you know what I'm saying? Because I know whatever you're gonna do is gonna take two of y'all, you know what I'm saying? So I asked him who called and told him about my AC. Because I wanted to see if it was my brother or if it was my brother's friend who called him. So I was like, who called you? And he told me. So it wasn't neither one of them. So I was like, okay, cool. Or whatever. So I did not give him my number. He did not give me his number. I told him he was handsome, because he was. And he had some beautiful hair. Yeah, I know I love a man with some hair. He had a head full of beautiful hair. And, I mean, he told me to describe what the men looked like that came over there. I was like, I wasn't looking at them like that because they were young. He was like, was they fat? I was like, I don't know because I wasn't looking at them like that. But I did look at them, y'all. They weren't fat. But I wasn't looking at them too much because, you know, they was young. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, one of them, what he looked like? What would I tell y'all? He looked like, one of them looked like he about 45, you know, which is still a baby. So, I'm glad that, you know, that he was a gentleman and brought my packages in. Because them packages was heavy in the mug. I can tell by the way they were. I could tell by the size of them. And when he lifted them up, I saw his muscles, you know what I mean? So I know them packages was heavy. I'm so glad he brought them packages in, baby, because I would have been struggling to bring them in. And my girls most definitely wouldn't have been able to lift them. But, you know, I'm glad he brought him in. He was a gentleman. He brought him in. And he was very professional. Yes, we did spend some time talking and whatnot, but he is the manager, so he can talk to me as long as he wants to and not get in trouble. See, the other two, they work for him, so they couldn't have stayed and talked to me the way me and him was talking. You know what I'm saying? Because they on schedule. He on schedule too, but we said our goodbyes and whatnot. Are y'all proud of me that I did not get his phone number and give him my phone number? I'm so proud of myself. He talking about he likes Texas because it's peaceful. I was like, how long you been in Texas? What part of Texas you done been to? I mean, it might be more peaceful than compared to what he say from y'all? New Orleans. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because he was telling me different stuff that be happening in New Orleans and whatever. He asked me, I ever dated somebody from New Orleans. I was like, wow. He was like, I just want to know, have you ever dated somebody from there? I was like, why are you asking me that? I was like, yes, I know people from there. I said, yes, I know what goes on there. Yes, I know. I said, so it's cool, you know what I mean? And he said, you okay with that? I was like, I'm not saying I'm okay with what be going on. I'm just saying that the people I know from there, I'm cool with them. So, you know what I mean? But I was like, you need to go ahead and go. So I know you got other people who you gotta go, you know, check on. I said, did other people air conditioner go out? And he was like, because of the heat. And I said, so your company putting in these air conditioners and they breaking down? I was like, I don't think I want another air conditioner from y'all. He was like, no, it's not that. He was like, it's just time for the air conditioners to be fixed to whatever we do. He's like, and that's what we here doing is fixing people air conditioners. So I was like, y'all sure y'all ain't the ones that's breaking them down? But y'all, I cannot believe how long that man was here. And then he was like, cause I told him I had MS and everything. I explained a little bit to him about my MS. And he was like, well, you need to sit down and relax. I was like, you want me to relax? Why you want me to relax? What you trying to do? And he started laughing. And I was just messing with him. Y'all know. Y'all know. I don't like me no babies. You know what I'm saying? And he a baby. And I know I said I was going to leave the older gentleman alone. But y'all, he was a baby. I don't know, y'all. Them young ones, you know, they get you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? They get you in trouble. Especially the ones from where he from, baby. Like I said, I didn't take his phone number and I didn't give him mine. Oh, y'all proud of me? I know y'all. Oh, y'all so proud of me, right? He told me how much he make and everything. He was telling me all his little business. But, you know, he don't have no kids, y'all. I do. He said he don't have no kids. I don't know, y'all, because he is still young, so maybe he don't have no kids. I don't know. I don't know him, y'all, so I don't know if I can trust him, you know what I mean? Y'all make sure y'all thumbs up the video if y'all are proud of me for not exchanging information with him. Cause for one, he a baby. I can't do the babies, baby. I ain't trying to babysit. Or do y'all think I do need to? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Cause I know y'all said leave them older ones alone. Y'all said them older ones, here's some dogs. I know y'all said leave the older ones alone. But see, he a baby, y'all. He in his 20s, y'all. He a baby. I mean, but he got a good job. He say he don't have no kids, but I don't know. I don't know if I can trust that. So if he's come back, if he's the one that come back to work on the air conditioning, do y'all think I should exchange information with him? Should I? Or should I just leave him alone because he a baby and he's so innocent? And I mean, I'm not saying he innocent because I don't know him or whatever. And he done told me some things that he told me a little bit about himself, but you know how men be lying to make themselves look tough. I don't care about that. That stuff don't faze me. That maybe when I was younger, when I was a teenager, I would have been like, "Oh, you did what? Wow!" But now I'm like, okay. I mean, like I said, I don't know him, so I don't know if what he was saying was true or not. And if he was being honest, okay. If he was lying, okay. Okay. I'm not his girlfriend. I'm not trying to be his girlfriend. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm drinking me a pina colada. Listen. I'm not trying to be his girlfriend. I'm not trying to be his woman. I'm not trying to be none of that. If we exchange phone numbers and become close friends, that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with being friends. Oh, wait. I already got a friend. I mean, you can have more than one friend. It's okay. We're just friends. You know what I'm saying? We're not dating. So I can have as many friends I want. He can have as many friends he won't. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you ask him, I don't know what he might say, but I'm letting you know he's not my man. So I can do whatever I want to do. He's not my man, so I'm not cheating. Okay. Listen, y'all let me know if the next time this young gentleman come, if we should exchange information. First of all, I don't even know if he like me like that. You know what I'm saying? Just because we talked for a long time. We talked for a long time, yeah. Y'all gotta remind me that when he do come back, if he come back, remind me not to call him baby. Cause he is young, y'all. He is. He to me, he's a baby. If you're younger than 50, to me, you are a baby. Mm-hmm. Baby. I'm good and full. I'm good and full, y'all. Tired. I'm tired. But I got things to do. I got things to do. Yeah, I got things to do. Y'all already know. Yo, let me let y'all go. Y'all stop playing. I gotta let y'all go. I tell y'all I had talked to Bennett. Yeah, I talked to Bennett. We good. We good. You know what I'm saying? We good. Oh, the new one. Y'all know the new one. I ain't told y'all about him yet. I ain't talked to him too. I talked to him too. So, I gotta tell y'all about the new. That's it. Cause I don't want to confuse y'all. I don't want to confuse y'all. So the new one, you know, I mean the new one. I mean he cool and everything. We 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 getting to know each other. We getting to know each other. He cool and everything, but I don't want to start to like the new one because me and Bennett still cool. You know what I'm saying? So if let's say that Bennett and I, let's say we stop being friends, because right now we are friends. We are friends. Let's say we stop being friends. Then the new one, I would be okay with, you know, kicking it with the new one. But I don't want to confuse them like I did when, cause yeah, I told y'all what happened, baby. When I tell you I had them confused, man, I had them confused, and I don't like that. I don't like doing it. I don't like doing it. So I need. Let me let y'all go. Listen. I got things to do. Stop playing. Stop playing, y'all. I got things to do. I got to clean up this because I just finished eating, so I got to clean up this, and you know what I'm saying. I'm full, but I got to finish drinking my water. I got to drink the rest of my water. Cause yeah, I got to drink the rest of my water, and y'all, I just want to tell y'all I appreciate y'all for working out with me and eating healthy with me and all that stuff, and us doing that together. I really do appreciate y'all. But I ain't telling y'all about. I ain't even gonna tell y'all because listen, I don't want to confuse y'all. But I met this guy who he's a vegan. And he was like, he was really cool. We talked and everything, and we was talking about different things, and he was like he can help me with vegan meals and everything because he's a vegan. But like, I could not because, I already, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My hands are full. So I could not add him because my hands were already full. So I thanked him for the information that he did give me. I did not give him my information, but I did say that when I see you again, we can go do some vegan stuff together, which means like if I don't know what it means. I just said it just to say it, and he smiled and I smiled, and we said our goodbyes. And we didn't exchange phone numbers, we didn't. But he was cool in the mug. And I, like, if I didn't have, my hands full, I wouldn't have mind us being, more like friends, whatever, getting to know each other better so that we can vegan together, you know what I mean? But like I said, my hands are full. I can't add anymore. Not right now. But if it's meant to be, I'll see him again. And if I see him again, then I'll be like, okay, let's do this vegan together. Cause he look good, y'all. He look good. I wasn't looking, you know what I mean? I wasn't looking like that. I was just, I could tell he works out. I could tell he had muscles, so I could tell he worked out and everything. And he said that he was a vegan. So that was pretty cool, and let me let y'all go. Because I ain't trying to confuse y'all. Because if I keep talking to y'all, then I'm gonna confuse y'all. Because I'm gonna tell y'all about this one, then I'm gonna tell you about that one, then I'm gonna confuse myself. And I don't want to be confused. I don't like being confused. You know what I'm saying? And I need to hurry up and do what I gotta do before one of them text and call me. Because if they text it, see. I always be speaking stuff into existence every time. Y'all, every time. Every time. Wait a minute. Okay, listen, I gotta let y'all go. We're not already done spoken book. We always speaking people into existence every time, and I'm tired. So they just text me. They getting ready to call, so I'm gonna have to answer. I'm gonna answer if they call me, cause they done already text me. So they did their part. Now if they call, I have to answer, y'all. Y'all know, cause if they call and text me, I gotta answer. So I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna let y'all go, cause I'm tired. I don't even really want to talk to nobody. I need to clean up. I need to clean up and get ready for tomorrow and everything, because yeah, tomorrow's a new day, another day. No telling what might happen tomorrow, who I might meet tomorrow. So that's nothing. I gotta make sure that tomorrow, like that, cause I don't know who gonna ring my doorbell. You can ring. I gotta listen. Let me let y'all go, cause I'm tired. I thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all be blessed.